What's up, guys? So today, this video, we are talking about clipless riding. So I started riding clipless about a week ago, roughly. I practiced a little bit inside my house, holding on to like a wall or something, just so I wouldn't bust my ass. Just pretty much the basics of clipping in and clipping out, clipping in and clipping out. I found clipping out a lot easier than clipping in. I've heard other people say it the other way around. For me, it was harder to get into the clip than to get out, which I thought was good, because you know, if I was out riding, it would be easier for me to get out and not fall as opposed to getting in. But I probably practiced maybe for like I don't know, like half a day or so. The next day I was on my bike. I felt pretty confident, to be honest. I was out riding and I've loved it. I honestly don't see myself going back to riding cages. I feel like super connected to the bike on a even more than when I was riding cages. Like cages, I felt like I was strapped in almost. With this, it feels like I am locked in, literally, because I am. But there's no wiggle room, like literally speaking, there's no wiggle room. Like my foot is in place and it doesn't move at all, as opposed to when I was riding with cages. Yes, like my foot was in, but like if I hit like potholes or bumps in the road, which I do every single day, like my foot would kind of move around the cage and like sometimes like come out a little bit. And I didn't really notice that and take that into consideration until I started riding clipless. So it's allowed me to ride smoother, to drive more force on my pedaling up, which was really important for me, especially when like the few times that I have to do I have to go up hills or the bridges or whatever the case is. That's like a huge pointer, a huge plus for me with clipless, because like I said, your foot is not moving at all inside the clip, so you're able to pull upwards a lot smoother, right? Therefore, it allows you to pedal smoother, the bike ride smoother, and yeah, I mean, it's like honestly, like I don't have any like cons. I mean, I guess the only con would be that you literally cannot wear any type of shoe. You have to have a shoe that's clipless. But besides that, like honestly, it's not that big of a deal for me. Like I've been wearing the Velo Sambas and they're really good, which I'll go into in a little bit as well. But yeah, I mean, like I said, clipless, I don't know why it took me so long to try it. I think it was honestly because I didn't want to be wearing those shoes with the studs, like the actual mountain bike cycling shoes. But because I found the Velo Sambas and I was able to get them, that made me want to try it out. When it comes to skidding, that was a big concern of mine as well, because I thought maybe when I pull up, or maybe I'll unclip, or maybe when I do a side skid, my foot will go to the side and it'll unclip as well. That wasn't the case at all. Wait for the bridge. There's a train going. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, the skidding part. I have had zero issues with skidding on clipless. I'm able to hold my skids a little bit longer, whether I'm skidding straight in a straight line or whether I'm doing a side skid, or even when I'm doing like skid, like little skid jumps. No problems. I have not unclipped at all, not once. So that was another big concern of mine that is now non-existent. So yeah, like I said, a bunch of pros to the whole riding clipless concept. But yeah, the ones that I got were the Shimano's XTR, I believe. They were a little expensive, but that being said, like I'm super happy with the purchase. As I've said, I think I've said it in the past, but like I take my bike very seriously since I ride it every single day. I treat it like it's my car. So I'm always trying to upgrade to better parts and better quality parts. Sometimes that means you have to spend a little bit more, but you get to keep that for a much longer time, right? You kind of pay for what you get, right? So I try not to cheapen out on my bike parts, just because I ride it every single day and I put it to a lot of good use every single day. And the roads in New York are not the best, not always. So I try to get like the best quality parts there. But yeah, that's for clipless. And now I'm gonna talk a little bit about the shoe that I use, which is the Velo Sambas. These are right here in black. They look exactly like the Sambas, regular Sambas. And this is the bottom with the clips here. Okay. All right, first thing I'll say about the Velosambas. If you're interested in getting them, size-wise, they fit true to size. I have regular Sambas, and I am the exact same size in those than I am in these. So that's number one. Hold for train. All right, as I was saying, fits true to size, number one. Two, they're pretty comfortable for a cycling casual shoe. They're pretty comfortable to walk around. I thought that by it being a sneaker like this, you know, something that was meant for cycling but also to be able to walk around and not feel like you're in a cycling shoe, that you wouldn't feel the metal clips at all when you stepped on the ground, but you do. You feel it very slightly, to the point where at first it was kind of annoying, but I've gotten used to it. It's not like I wear these on a regular basis, like just to go out when I'm not riding. So it's honestly only an issue when I'm cycling, but it's not really, I don't want to call it an issue because it's not like a deal breaker for me. In the laces, when you tie them, there's a little loop right here. So that loop, at first I was like, I wonder what that's for. And it's for when you tie your laces, you can slip the lace through there. That way your laces aren't literally like all over the place as you're riding, and it locks it in place. I was trying to give you guys some scenery while shooting this, and I probably didn't pick the best place since I'm right next to the train up there on the Williamsburg Bridge. But anyways, yeah, they have that little loop right there, which makes it great for your shoelaces, so you can just tuck them in. You don't have to worry about them being all over the place or getting stuck in the chain or whatever the case is while you're riding. And yeah, as far as that, like, honestly, like, they've been super comfortable to ride in the past week. I wanted to ride with them for at least a week to kind of give you guys a more thorough review or feedback on the shoe, and if I liked it and if I found it comfortable. And honestly, after a week of riding them, like, they feel great. I have no complaints. My feet aren't sore. As a matter of fact, when I used to ride my regular Sambas in my cages for like the first few weeks, my foot, like my right foot, I remember it being kind of sore from the positioning of the shoe. This one, I don't feel anything like that. It feels very comfortable. So I would definitely recommend them if you are, one, thinking about going into clipless, and two, already ride clipless and haven't tried these and are only using mountain bike shoes. I would try these too. Now, that being said, I am planning on eventually down the road getting myself a pair of mountain bike cycling shoes, the ones with the little studs at the bottom, because I want to have two pairs for my clipless, not just these. Here, I'll take them off so I can show you guys. Here's the bottom. You guys can see, kind of just pop the bolts in there. Oh, something that I didn't do was I didn't put the spacer that goes in between the shoe and the clip. I didn't feel like I needed it. I asked a buddy of mine that works at a bike shop, and he was like, if you don't necessarily need to have that on there if you don't want to. I prefer to use them without the spacer, but that's, you know, a personal preference. If you guys want to do it, by all means. It's not a necessary thing. When it comes to the clip, I positioned it all the way at the bottom. You can kind of move it up and down, and depending on where you want to, you know, place it. The higher you move it up, the more you'll be pedaling with your toes, if that makes any sense, because it'll be closer to your toes. So I kind of put it more towards the bottom of the shoe. That way, when I'm pedaling, it feels like I'm using kind of like the center of my foot. And same for when I'm skidding. It feels like I'm pulling up with the center of my foot as opposed to the top of like where my toes start. So that's just a thing that I did. I find it very comfortable that way. I have no complaints. So I definitely give the Velosambas a thumbs up. I know they just restocked them like a week or like 2 weeks ago or so. So definitely check out the Adidas site if you're interested in them. The resale value is not that crazy, but if you can get them for retail, that's obviously best. Yeah, and then I'm gonna insert some clips after, so you guys can see how it looks when I'm pedaling and when I'm unclipping and clipping back on, just so you guys can get an idea of what that looks like. watching, guys. I appreciate your support. Any feedback, any comments, concerns, questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you. I really appreciate the support you guys have been giving me. We're almost at 600 subscribers, on my way to 1,000. It's crazy to think that 600 people are watching, not all watching, but are subscribed to my channel. And that I get feedback from literally countries all over the world. That's incredible. So thank you so much. I really have a lot of fun and enjoy making these videos. And you know, as always, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.